Hey authors, how you enjoying Armageddon so far, huh? This is weird, huh? Yeah, I won't pummel you with more bad news. I definitely take this seriously because my business partner lives in the town where the coronavirus outbreak started in Italy, and it's become a disaster there. So, anybody wants to downplay any statistics, please tell my friend Brian all about it. I'm sure he'd love to hear how it's only the flu. When there's military trucks filled with caskets and 10 pages of obituaries in the local newspaper. Anyway, tangent aside, I spy on our book covers a lot just to see, they're little babies once we've done a book cover. And I check rankings all the time because I'm always looking to see what's selling. I was really curious to see any signs of some kind of Kindle boom now that everybody is stuck at home. Not everybody's stuck at home, but more and more people are spending more and more time at home for sure. And I think that trend's going to continue. We had over 9,000 new cases in the United States, showing explosive growth. So more lockdowns to come for sure. But anyway, we did this cover for Tebow, Master Your Emotions, and it really just made me. It's usually ranked like 7,000 in the Kindle store in the U.S. Well, it's 151 right now, and it's ranked 15th overall in the entire category of nonfiction. Now, if you've seen your Netflix feed, you'll see pandemic and outbreak, and you see a lot of that kind of stuff. The comedian Mark Maron, who's kind of like an end of the world grim kind of let's joke about the apocalypse type of comedian, he's been really popular. So there's definitely, I think there's more Kindle books selling, which really favors a self-published author. Because people are not wanting to get deliveries, and it takes a long time to get deliveries anyway right now that non-essentials are delayed. um, and they're turning back to ebooks again and reading more ebooks, and it's interesting to see how their tastes have changed. So anyway, this, I'm very happy for Tebow that he's making bank while the rest of the world goes broke. Really glad to see. But people are stuck at home and they want to master their emotions. So all of a sudden it shoots up in the rankings. And it really, I think there's some opportunities here. I just wanted to encourage anybody out there who's just sitting around worrying, or sitting around driving themselves crazy. If you have anything related to anything that you could write, do you think would be more interesting to people now in the current state? Definitely think about churning something out, getting it out there. Um, so let's look through some of these. Some of these are just perennial bestsellers, and their high ranking doesn't really show us anything. But this is really interesting. Uh, we have, An Elegant Defense, The Extraordinary New Science of the Immune System, The Great Influenza, charting really high. Guarantee that's not normally a bestseller. 2 Days in a Madhouse. I think people are spending 30 days in a madhouse at least here. Plot to seize the White House. I don't know if that's really Born Survivors. You can really see, and If I Perish, U.S. Army nurses in the front lines, right? Beginner's Guide to the stock market. There's just really a lot of stuff that's just jumping out. Meditations, yoga for emotional balance. I think, emotional balance, how to tame your anxiety, just a lot of different things, along those lines. Anything that you can be, that you think could be helpful to somebody right now. 57 scientifically proven survival foods to stockpile. Let's see what else is just charting really high. I saw some other really good ones. Maybe you should talk to someone. Resilient. I don't know what the fifth risk is, but maybe it pertains to that minimalist living. There's probably a lot of people living in clutter, wishing there wasn't there. And then there was a bunch more good ones over here, too. So if we just kind of continue to go through and see what's kind of trending. Catastrophe 1914. There's more good ones, I promise. Bushcraft, a field guide to the art of wilderness survival, the history of humankind. You got to be pretty morbid to whip that book out right now. um, this one was my favorite, right? Somebody wrote a book called Your Homemade Sanitizer, right? If you knew how to make homemade toilet paper, I think that'd be, runaway New York Times bestseller. Yeah, so that's just a really good example of something that's probably whipped together, that's pretty light, pretty cheesy. It's not getting very good reviews, but it's still selling and probably making like $600 or $700 a day. So there's definitely, you know, if you can write a book pretty quick and get it up there, we'll certainly help you with your book cover and give you something competitive that can go out there and give it a go. Definitely. Let's see, there was a couple more people about their minds. One was like really funny. Oh, yeah, this is really good. How to manage your money when you don't have any. I think that's really appropriate. Bread baking for beginners. Perfect. I mean, bread is like, I've never made more bread. Every day is like a yeast experiment in my kitchen right now. And yeah, that's just a fantastic way to sit around and pass the time at home. How the Irish saved civilization. Oh, there was something about killing your wife or something. I forget. I think it was this one. Oh yeah, this is the shocking true story of serial wife killer Randy Roth. I think there's a lot of people, stuck at home with people they may not normally be stuck at home with, and they're liking these shocking true stories of the serial wife killer. Anyway, sorry to make jokes in this trying time. But if you're stuck at home, you got nothing to do, or you find yourself there soon, why don't you write a book and think of something that's going to work well over the summer and the rest of the spring here, because based on the growth rates now, it's going to be a long time. It's going to be months before we see this resolved, at least in the United States. Other countries are a little bit more ahead of the curve. But spreading fast here. We're in for a long one, and I think it's a great time to try to write a book and reach people with your thoughts, and hopefully make a little bit of money. And there's not going to be many ways to do it other than write. And obviously I always encourage that. Writing's a big part of my life, and helping people publish books is what I'm all about. So that's my spiel for the day, and I'm out.